Welcome. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome once again to the one and only. This is the big time show that is being seen and heard live everywhere as we speak. Right here on Instagram. We're on Instagram. We are on Facebook. We are on Twitter. We are on Kick. We are on, I think I named them all. What's going on, everybody? Glad to see you today. I am actually late. I had work to do today, church work, that took all day. So my regular time at 3 o'clock, I could not get here at the particular time, but I'm here now, ready to rock, ready to talk a little. Let me put it this way. Ready to talk about the land of the Dallas Cowboys. Hope you guys would share, as I am doing right now. Hope you guys would consider hitting that like button for me. For those that would, hope you guys would do that. Um, if you're on Facebook, you can use, if you want to support the podcast during any time, you can use those stars. And of course, if you are on YouTube, you can, let me get it straight first. How about that? You can use the super chat button that you will see there, or if you're on your phone at the bottom right part there of your phone. On that button, you can use it as a way of super chatting right now. Whenever you use a super chat, I will be able to see your comment, and I will stop talking immediately and read your comment. I figure if you contribute that way, the least I could do is read your comment without, as you should know by now in the chat, usually there's a lot of comments that are going on, and I can't respond to everything, but I do respond to all super chats as I figured that's the least that I could do on that. Also, if you press that, you also will see the option. I haven't been pushing this, but I will now. You can become a member of the Big Time Show, where you'll support the podcast monthly with whatever you want to. If it's $1, so be it. If it's $100, so be it. If it's $1,000, so be it. You don't know what you can have because you don't ask for it. So you just never know how somebody might want to bless you and support you that way. So I don't limit you. Whatever the case may be, if you do that, it will come out of your card, whatever card that you put on record there. It will come out every month. You'll be a member of it. I will put you into my special chat line. I got about 30 to 40 some odd people, somewhere in between that, where those are people that have supported me financially that way. I'll put you in that group and talk all day, whenever I can. If they don't, they talk to each other. There's some things I've said on that in my group that I don't never say here online. So maybe that might interest you, and you might, I see people here on Instagram. Hello to all of you. Hey, I think it's, hey, Devron. Yeah. What's up? Drayvon, boy. What's up, Drayvon? What's going on? I see you over there on Instagram. How you doing, man? I appreciate you popping in on your old man over here. What's going on? Let me speak to everybody here. Terry, my brother. Norma, No Limits. How you doing? Joanna Rollins, how you doing? Appreciate all of you people over there. If you're on X, Twitter, if you're over there, what's going on with you? Let's talk real quick. Hope you guys will share while I'm on real quick. Let me go ahead and get started. It has been a crazy week in Dallas Cowboy land. I'm quite sure all of you know that. Don't have to really recap this. All of you already know. If there was ever a week where there were highs and lows, this was the week. You start talking about the trades that happened. I guess you can consider that some of the highs. And then, of course, the death of our brother, Marshawn Nealon, obviously was the low. And so that it gets no higher and then it gets no lower than that. I don't want to recap what happened on the DC Universe show, which was just a couple nights ago, where Boss Show Me and Amp Sports and Lose Takes and myself kind of did, if you want to call it a tribute show. We just wanted to be there for the universe at that particular time, things were very fresh, obviously. And we just need to talk and give people an outlet to talk. And um, it was not anything about football. It was more of a therapy, spiritual type thing. And we're still getting compliments on the show. For me, it was just awesome because I knew that we would be able to help people. And sure enough, from inboxes that people have given us about that show, I'm just glad it was able to help somebody. You know, that's really what that was all about. We didn't talk football at all, but I'm going to talk a little football now because that's what the Cowboys are going to have to do. We mourn, but unfortunately, this life forces you to move on. And that may even seem a little insensitive to say even at this moment. But bottom line is, it is the truth. We got to move. Got to move on. No matter how bad it hurts. The schedule, as far as football goes, the schedule for the Dallas Cowboys will not stop. They will be playing on Monday night. Not this Monday night, but the following Monday night. It really is. It's a real. It's almost cruel, but it is what it is. You got to keep moving. All right, so let me start off there with that. With Marshawn Nealon's passing. Without getting into the details of how he passed and all of that type of stuff, it's his life is still speaking to everyone. It is it's a reminder, number one, that for those that may be struggling in the area of mental health, it is a lesson that you need to talk to someone if you are not. There's no question about it. Everybody needs an outlet. Even if you think you got it all together, you need an outlet. A lot of the old folks would say, talk to God. Yeah, you can talk to God, but it's okay if you talk to God and have a therapist too. That's what I said the other night. It's okay. It's okay if you talk to God. Yes, I suggest that. I even recommend that you do talk to God. You also need to sometimes talk to a therapist too, because there are areas in your life where you cannot, you can't reach out, or you can't talk to certain people, and you may have you don't want to bottle that stuff up inside of you, and so you may just need to talk to someone else. So it's okay to have Jesus and a therapist. And having a therapist does not make you crazy, especially in the area of Black men. I understand that I sometimes have an audience of Caucasian people. But I'm talking about the culture that we grew up in. Most guys that are around my age, and even younger, have been taught to keep everything on the inside. All that stress and all that type of stuff. And for some reason, it was almost like that you were painted as weak if you were, if you weren't strong enough to handle your situations. And maybe that may be the problem, because at some point, if you keep piling stuff up, sooner or later you're gonna bust, you're gonna pop. That does not mean that you will have the same fate as Marshawn Nealon, but it may make you pop enough where you become totally out of your character. And that could lead to a lot of different things as well. And so you have to have a balance. You have to have a balance in your life where you have to talk. You have to talk. Some things you have to talk it out. And mental health, unfortunately, does not have an age limit. It mental health. You don't know what kids are going through, and I'm literally saying kids. I'm talking about they're not even teenagers. You will be surprised of the stories that some of our young brothers, our young black men, and young sisters. You'll be surprised of what they're actually going through on a day-to-day basis. Uh, and so you just don't know what people are going through, and you need an outlet to talk. Find someone who you can trust, who you can bear your burdens to. Some of you, so everybody's not worthy of listening to your stories because they're not trustworthy, and so you have to. Hello, Sugar Hanif from Japan. The big time show is being seen in Japan. How you doing? Appreciate you popping in on me. Thank you so much. Matthew, I see you, man. What's going on? We'll get to him in just a second, but I'm just kind of going over slightly everybody that I had a chance to talk to about Nealon. So Marshawn Nealon's life is still is not in vain. His passing is not in vain because there are lessons even from his death. There are tremendous lessons from his death, so that we can take from it and apply to our own lives. You got to talk to somebody. Don't let this stuff. Don't let life, life you so much. Did y'all hear what I just said? Don't let life you so much that it carries you into a dark place. You can come out of your dark places. You just got to find a way to get out. And as far as talking to someone, so it's okay to have Jesus and a therapist. That's the main thing. One of the things that I wanted to talk about, and I don't want to rehash that show because I've already done it. I was on for 2.5 hours on my last show with a bunch of content creators talking about this stuff. So I don't want to do that over again. Just want to give a quick recap over that. That we do not have to go through some of these things. Hey, Joe, I see you, man. Appreciate you, man. You don't have to go through these things alone. Just don't. It's not the way God designed things for us. He did not design things for us to be like that. He said that he'd come to give us life and have that life more abundantly. That's abundantly sounds that don't sound like it matches up to mental health crisis. He said that he wished that you would be in good health. That does not match up to the mental health crisis. So, hey, Mitras. Hey, J.S. Haspy. So, when you think about that, and if that's not God's spirit, and God already gave you the standard of what he said your life ought to be, it does not excuse you from trouble. It does not excuse you from problems. It does not excuse you from feeling sad one day. But that's all a part of the life journey. But he does not wish that you would be in stress all your life and mind games or seeds that are planted in your head that does not come from him. Some of this stuff comes from basically the devil, and it's the devil's job to play with your mind, even to the point where things can go a little bit overboard. But I don't want to feel like preaching about that tonight. Y'all check out my previous show with DC University. You get all the preaching you need. It was about, we all preached that night, if you want to say that. Y'all check it out. All right. Let me get to, I see, what's that? Hey, Shane, what's up? Shane say, what happens to Nealon's salary? There's something in NFL contracts about death. I wonder business-wise if this hurts the Cowboys. No, does not hurt the Cowboys. Jerry Jones supposedly has already said that he was going to take care of his family. I don't know what that means per se. I don't know if that means he will pay the the remainder of his contract, whatever that contract is, I don't know. All I know is that Jerry said that he would take care of his family. So we'll never know that unless, the family comes out and say it. Kudos to Jerry for that. He does not have to do that. I don't know, Shane, specifically what it means if someone passes while they're under contract. I don't know what that is. I don't know, so I can't even speak on it. All I know is it's Jerry's money, and he said he would take care of the family. So just based off that, I salute Jerry Jones for that. He doesn't have to do it, but I'm quite sure he's heartbroken for that, because you're giving away money. I mean, let's just call it like it is. You're giving it away. He obviously will not play, so you're choosing, or he's choosing to take care of his. I believe that his fiance was pregnant, so they were expecting. Not married. He was engaged to be married. His mother, we know about that, and his father. We know that they lost their son. So, again, kudos to Jerry Jones. I'm quite sure that's already worked out already. Kudos to him. Can't say nothing bad about Jerry on that. So, God bless the Nealon family. Mother lost a son, a father lost a son, a fiance lost her fiance, and then there's an unborn child who will never know, at least feel their father's hands on them. Very heartbreaking. Very, very heartbreaking. No doubt about it. Very heartbreaking. So it's just a sad situation, however way you want to look at it. And it is, it's a shock. And it really messed me up, because the Lord gave him his moment because he scored the touchdown Monday night against the Cardinals. It's just amazing how the coincidences, you know what I'm saying? When you look at the timing of everything, he scored his touchdown. He was full of joy, at least for that moment. When he scored the touchdown there, when he recovered the ball in the end zone off the block punt, teammates jumping up. You can see the smile through his helmet. You can see all of that. And then a couple of days later, here we are. So it just goes to show you, looks can be deceiving. You have momentary happiness, which is sad. And now the team, I'm quite sure, was shell-shocked. The organization was shell-shocked. The fan base obviously is shell-shocked. And here we are. And if there was a team that needed the bye week, it's definitely us. I can't imagine. I mean, if they had to, it would have to be done. But it would just be incredible if the Cowboys had to play tomorrow. I'm not saying nobody's never done it before, or somebody had a catastrophic injury and you had to play, all that type of stuff, but that if it's any team that needed a bye week, it's us. We needed it. We need a bye week. We need it this week. We need this week and next week. Going head into Monday night. We needed this week just to get everything together, just based off of this alone. I ain't even got to the trades, and we'll get to that in just a second, because I know some of y'all want to talk football, and that's what we'll do. But just the mental state of this team has to be shaken. It's no question about it. And I think we also know, I haven't heard anybody say this, but also, man, look, for a first year head coach, man, Brian Schottenheimer has went through a gauntlet. I mean, from the beginning to now, please show me a coach that has went through what he's had to go through. Is there? I mean, I'm not saying I'm sure there's been some. I just can't think of the coaches in memory right now that had to go through. I just don't know of a coach that's had to go through this much roller coaster. And I mean everything. You lose one of your best players before the Philadelphia game. You base a lot of what you do off of Michael Parsons. Just a week before you play Philadelphia, he's gone. You see what I'm saying? That's a blow. Then I mean, just look at the gauntlet. I'm not even concerned about winning and losing games because it's just a game. But Schottenheimer had to, really start from scratch, and then you get this, and a lot of people will be leaning on their head coach for, direction, if you want to say that, guidance or whatever. And for a first year coach, this is a lot, man. This is a lot. Yeah, you're right, Shane. I see that. I totally forgot about that, and you're absolutely right. This is a lot, man. This is a lot. This really is a lot. And to catch the temperament of your team and trying to keep them together, and you really don't know how they're going to respond until we really won't know until Monday night against the Raiders, at least on the football field. I'm quite sure when they get back in, because it's a bye week, everybody's gone on their separate way. But when they get back in, they're going to have to relive this stuff because all the questions are going to come again. Everybody's gotten questioned. I saw Michael Parsons' response, and he's in Green Bay, but nobody's really asked. The Cowboys, not Dak Prescott, if y'all saw his, he got asked because he got his jersey retired at his high school, and the press was able to ask him some questions right then, and Dak, of course, answered. But he's really been the only player. I mean, everybody's going to have to relive this stuff, and that's going to be interesting within itself. I'm quite sure Schottenheimer was going to have to relive this stuff and see how the team is going to go, and the practices may be have a little tension there. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot for a first year head coach to go through this, and so kudos to him in advance for however this thing turned out. It is what it is. All right. Let's go to football. As I said, if y'all want to hear my full stuff, go to my previous show with Boss Show Me, I'm sorry, Amp and Lou's Takes. We did over 2 hours talking about Marshawn and this situation. So go check that out. I don't want to do all that over again. All right, let's talk football. Big week for the Cowboys. Big week. Let's start it off this way. Kudos to Jerry Jones. How about that? Because what I had said, number one, I told last time I saw y'all individually like this, I told you guys, Cowboys don't usually trade. And then if they do trade, they don't trade for impact. I told you guys they trade for depth. Remember I said that? That's because that's all they've shown us. I said they're cheap. I said they don't make the moves that need to be, impactful moves that will help immediately. That's what I said because that's what they shown us. And sure enough, the very first trade at the trade deadline was Logan Wilson, who I know is a good linebacker. I didn't say he was elite. I didn't say he was a all pro. I said that he's a good linebacker. The reason why I knew that is because I play fantasy football. And one of the leagues that I am in is an individual league, an individual defensive player league. In other words, on your team, you have to pick an individual on defense. And in that league, I have two. And Logan Wilson at one time was on one of my teams. Actually, I picked him for 2 years because every time I saw him, this man was getting almost 10 tackles a game. Yes, I know he played in Cincinnati. Yes, I know I understand all that. I get it. But just because you play on a bad team don't mean you can't put some stats up. And of course, in fantasy football, you need stats. It's just that simple. And so what I was seeing was this man was really helping me. And I'm just going to read it to you. I could show you this. Like in 2021, he had 100 tackles, combined tackles. That's assist and solo. In 2022, he had 123 tackles. That's some combined. 23, 135. 24, he was hurt. And he only played 11 games, but he had 104 tackles. And then in 25, because he's been on the bench a lot, he still got 46. So when I had him, he was averaging over 100 tackles for a linebacker. That's a lot of tackles, y'all. That's a lot of tackles. So what the kid does is obviously makes tackles. He does. And so I know that I know some of you have seen tape on him already. He is around the football. I'm just telling you. I've seen him. I know about him. He's not made, let's see. He has interceptions. He does. He almost puts you slightly, and I'm not saying he is, but he puts you in the mind slightly of Sean Lee based off of that he gets his hands on the ball in a lot of interceptions. So in other words, he reads coverages. You can put him in coverage. He does get his hand on the ball. He intercepts the ball from the linebacker position. That's big. That's big. And if all you got to do is just look at him. He's not made a Pro Bowl, but the kid averages almost 100. If he played a full year, he averages over 100 tackles a year. And based off this Cowboy team, walking in the door, he's your best linebacker right now. He's better than Murray. He's better than Shamar James. He's better than Leofau. Yes. Now, Overshown, I don't know quite yet because we got to see Overshown. Wilson comes in with experience, knows how to play. I'm quite sure you've seen some of the tape. You see that he's quick to diagnose plays. He's a green dot guy. Green dot guy. He's the best linebacker on your team coming in. He'll knock your head off. He's physical, a good player, but he's not a home run guy. Here, Cowboy says, good question. Is he better than Kendricks? In coverage, yes. In the run game, if there is a gap, it's not by much. And like if I said 10 people, who's better, Wilson or Kendricks, you might have 5 to say Kendricks in the run game. Then you might have 5 to say Wilson. But in coverage, there's no competition. You can keep him on the field first down, second down, and third down. Put it that way. Kendricks, you got to get him off the field. He is a true every down linebacker. That's what Wilson is. He's the best linebacker on your team right now. He will come in when we play the Raiders. He should be starting. I'm going to just say that. I don't know what Eberflus going to do. I don't know whatever, but he's smart. He's the best option, and we say we suffering in linebackers. We just got better. I just put it this way. I don't know, Kid Cowboys. You can't say that if you ain't seen him. Now, I don't know if you've seen Logan Wilson play. I don't know if you looked at the tape, but go look at his tape. And then if you look at his tape and come back and say that, then I'm going to say, okay, that's the way you feel about it. I ain't got no problem with it. But if you haven't seen him, I suggest you go look at him before you say that. Logan Wilson will hit you in the next week and can get there quickly to do that. He's very instinctive. He's the better linebacker. He's better than all our linebackers. He's better than Damone Clark. He's better than Murray. He's better than Shamar James. And I think he's better than Leofile, complete linebacker. Leofile is more explosive. Okay? He's more explosive. But Logan is explosive too. But I do know he's your best linebacker now. I would say, I'm not going to say about Overshown. Because if Overshown is right, Overshown is your best linebacker. If Overshown is right. But we don't know that yet because we ain't seen him, and the jury is still out on him. So I'm not gonna put that type of pressure on Overshown yet, even though I know he's ready to play, and he will be playing Monday night as well. So we will see. I think, put it this way, Overshown, Logan Wilson is better than Murray and Shamar James. Now, how about that? Now, that's all I'm saying. That is no question about that. No question. So that's an upgrade. Is it earth-shattering? No. But you're solid. I think that's a good word for Logan Wilson. Solid. He's solid. He's not trash. He's not elite. He's somewhere in there. He's good. He's good. That's what I think about Logan Wilson. I think that's an upgrade, and I think he's going to be solid, and we got him for a couple of years. I think it was a great trade. We didn't give up nothing for him. We gave up a 7th round. Whatever you was going to draft in the 7th round is not going to be better than Logan Wilson. So I think it was a great trade. You will have him for a couple of years. You're good. He's still young. Still can run. Great trade by Jerry Jones. Great trade. Great value. Whatever you want to say. Your linebacker room just got better. And you can go with it. Joe says, do I think we have a shot catching the Eagles for that division? No. And see, let me go ahead and fast forward real quick. See, a lot of the ESPN talking heads and Fox News, because they don't never want to give the Cowboys credit. They don't want to give the Cowboys credit. So the way that they don't give credit is that they'll go ahead and start talking about just this year, when they already knew that the trades that we did was just not just about this year. I mean, we done put ourselves in such a big hole that even if we went undefeated, I don't know if that'll be enough. And we know I don't think we're going undefeated by no means the rest of the way. But, I mean, come on now. Everybody trying to talk about this year and putting that in, hey, you're not going to make the playoff. Well, a lot of us already kind of know that. We already know it now. 3-5, we're what, 3-5-1? And you got this gauntlet that's about to happen. I mean, you got the Raiders Monday night, then you got Philadelphia, then you got the Kansas City Chiefs, and then you got the Detroit Lions. That's 3 games in a row. I mean, you have no room for error, even if you're thinking about it. I think the odds say we got a 7% chance of making the playoff. 7. So you have no room. I mean, the Cowboys got to run the table. If you're talking about playoffs, and I mean, to run the table, that gets you to 11-5. After 11-5-1, I believe that'll get you to the playoffs without a doubt. But what are the chances of Cowboys not losing another game? So, we don't even want to. This year here is almost a wash. And then when you start talking about the tiebreakers and all that, I mean, we done lost to Chicago. We done lost we lost to Carolina. We lost to the Cardinals. All those teams got above us in the NFC. All of those, they beat us. So we're way behind. So, but the trades, even though we have improved because of the trades, and I ain't got to the main piece, of course, yet, but because of the trades, we have gotten better, but it's almost too little too late, if you ask me. And I'm just being honest. I don't think the Cowboys are going undefeated the rest of the way. I just don't think. I know we're going to play better. I put it this way. Based off of the trades, we will not be the last ranked defense in the league when this thing is all over. I think they're going to start to play very well, and they're going to move up. It's just going to be too late. It's just going to be too late. I remember, Joe. It can happen again. It can happen. You got to go play, but I don't know. I got to see how they play first, and then we got to be very lucky with not having any more injuries in key places, and then we'll see. We'll see then what's going on. But I'm at a game basis. I just want us to get better, because when you make the moves that we made, you got to get better. So to me, on other shows, y'all can have the optimism. I'm not in the optimism. I'm a realist. I'm a realistic Cowboy fan. I'm looking at where we are. I'm looking at the schedule, and then you got to see whatever we were. Let me say this: whatever we were on defense, that's dead. See, you can't charge. See, Monday night when we play the Raiders, it's a total whole defense just based off the personnel that we have. You can't charge Quentin Williams, Logan Wilson, DeMar and Overshown, Ravel, and I just named 4 guys. All these guys coming back. Carson is coming back. I'm saying that's 5 right there. There's a possibility a little bit later on that maybe Donovan Wilson may come back. Malik Hooker, I don't think he's coming back. I don't think he is. I'm saying I'm naming 5 guys who haven't. DeMar and Overshown has not played. We know how explosive he is. The jury is still out on Ravel, the rookie cornerback who everybody loves for some reason. Who knows? He may come in and play pretty decent. Who knows? Quentin Williams, we ain't seen Quentin Williams in a Cowboy uniform. But we do know that Quentin Williams is one of those dudes, and uncapitalized dudes. Carson is the cornerback that's coming back. Butler is coming back as well. So Kalen Carson, that's what I'm talking about, kid Cowboy. See, all these people are coming back, and it's not, Kalen Carson's not an all-pro cornerback, but I'm saying before he got hurt, he's playing pretty well. All these people are coming back. So you can't charge what we just saw, the raggedy defense, and then you insert at least guaranteed 4 people on defense that's going to play. A couple of them are going to start immediately. Okay? A couple of them are starting immediately. Quinn Williams is starting immediately. Logan Wilson is starting immediately. Ravel is going to get some time. And DeMar Overshown, he will eventually be starting. I think he's going to come out. But I'm saying you can't charge what we saw, previous to the bye week to now, because you're inserting at least 3 new starters in. And I'm talking about guys that are, when we talk, I don't give a crap what you say. Because see, I already know I'm finna hear it right here with a couple of you. But when we say Quinn Williams, we talking about one of the best in the league. We ain't talking about just another guy. No. Quinn Williams is one of those guys that demand a double team every place where he go. When you get out the huddle, you looking for him because he's a game record. And it no sense of even acting like y'all don't know that. For those that are about to type in something crazy, please don't. Quinn Williams is one of those dudes. All pro, defensive tackle, 3 or 4 time Pro Bowler. One of those dudes. There's no question about it. When you insert a guy like that in, it's going to bring a change. There's no question about it. Logan Wilson, solid linebacker, 100 tackle a year guy. That means they need a lot of missed tackles, a lot of misdiagnosis of plays. That ain't going to happen with Logan on the field. I ain't saying he's going to the Pro Bowl. I'm just saying he's going to have his hat in on a lot of plays. Robert, how you doing? Kneel down. I see y'all. Appreciate y'all popping in. You just got it though, Craig. You just got the pass rush. Okay? Because when you add a Quinn Williams in, who's going to demand a double team, that's going to leave a lot of one-on-ones in other places. So, and if you want to say, well, these are just other guys, okay. Let the just other guys, since y'all don't, I got one in here who don't want to give no credit. Y'all know who it is. Just go up to chat. When you talk about just another guy, please let just that another guy named Jadeveon Clowney go one-on-one with guys and let's see what Jadeveon Clowney do. I guarantee you, he gonna make some plays. I ain't saying he gonna be a Pro Bowl. I'm not saying he gonna be an all-pro, but I guarantee you Jadeveon Clowney is gonna give a person a problem going one-on-one with him a whole game now. It's just just another guy. Let Dante Fowler go one-on-one. See how well that work out. I'm just saying. There's another guy that's coming on pretty strong in Mr. Donovan Izaraku, our rookie, who's starting to show up every week. Okay. Let him go one-on-one. Let's just see how well that works out. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying. Since it's just, let's see. Because Quentin Williams, and the truth be told, y'all, if you look at film, the truth of the matter is this. When Kenny Clark was playing, Kenny Clark was getting double teamed a lot too. So they just use common sense. If Quentin Williams is getting double teamed just about every play, because he's one of those dudes, okay? That means Kenny Clark gonna go one-on-one? Oh, okay. especially if they talking about a 5-man front, which is what it seems like it's gonna be. Oh, I forgot. I done put out a milk carton, a missing person report on this guy, but I got a feeling we finna see him now. Anybody seen Osa lately? But Osa been getting double too slightly. I think he finna show up, y'all. You know, the guy that we paid all that money to, who ain't really done nothing. I think Osa finna show up now. Because I'm just saying. He's been exactly. I'm just saying. And Willie Stovall is right. Osa said it, and I haven't looked at the film. I had to go back and look at Osa's plays. But Osa said he's been doubled. So there's teams that respect him enough. Well, he ain't gonna get doubled no more. But you gotta worry about Quentin Williams. Cause see, if you go one-on-one with Quentin Williams, I'm telling you right now, oh my God. We got a monster, y'all. A legitimate, real monster in Quentin Williams. So let me go to that trade. Y'all ain't talking about nothing. And whoever this fits, so be it. If you don't think that the Quentin Williams trade was huge, you don't know football. Now, I'm just gonna go on and put it out there now. You don't know football. You get one of the best in his position. One of the best. Top 2, top 3, whichever one you want to go. The only reason why we don't talk about Quentin Williams more is because he played with the Jets. He was a big fish in a small pond. But he was a big fish. Always, no doubt about that. He makes your team automatically better because of his presence. He's a playmaking defensive tackle. He gets sacks. From the defensive tackle position. He's dominant. He requires 2 men on him every trip. That's what he requires. If you go one-on-one, he is going to destroy whoever it is in front of him. I'm just telling y'all. Sorry if y'all don't know about him. Go look at him. It speaks for itself. A perennial Pro Bowler, an all-pro defensive tackle. Whenever you add that to your lineup, your defense just got better. I'm just telling you. And I believe the defense is going to play better. Now, I saw somebody say when you have pass rush, the pass rush is coming. The pass rush is coming because you can't double up everybody. Dante Fowler, Donovan Izaraku, I even throw Sam Williams in, even though I really don't want to do it. But Sam Williams, everybody's going to benefit from Quentin Williams being in that lineup. Well, Craig, you say we had a generational talent, but we traded him away. Well, we got one back. We just got one back. He's a generational talent. That's what Quentin Williams is. Sorry if y'all don't know about him. That's what he is. He's rare. He's been a Pro Bowler ever since he walked from Alabama, who just started their game against LSU. Ever since he walked in the door from Alabama in the NFL locker room, this dude has been on a Pro Bowl. And then 1 year he was all pro. I don't know what else y'all want from him. I don't know what else you want from him. He played on bad teams and still could be recognized as one of the best in this position. So yeah, you don't forget about, yes, we lost Parsons. And there's really no comparison because they got 2 different games. Parsons is obviously just a freak. Nobody should be that fast, that big. And he's a problem. Okay? So we know that. Quinn beat you up. Quinn is the same way on the inside, and he take on 2 men. Parsons get double teamed too, but we also know that Parsons is not one of the greatest of all time in the run game. He's one of the greatest of all time in pass rush, no doubt. But in the run game, Michael can get handled. Quentin Williams can't get handled. I'm just telling you. No, he's not going to have 16 sacks a year. That ain't what a defensive tackle does. Unless you Aaron Donald or somebody. That ain't what he do. But what he does is eat up space. He makes your run game better. He's going to get sacks. And as Craig just saying, because he obviously watched football, you did, Craig, just said what I said. He is a game wrecker. Offensive coordinators have to spend time on that one dude preparing. So that's how much he means. But don't worry about it. Y'all get ready. I ain't worried about Quentin Williams. I know what he finna do. I'm worried about Clowney, James Houston, Sam Williams, Dante Fowler, because now the pass rush is about to wake up. I'm going on record and saying that. And the most importantly, if you're going from a technical standpoint, it was a great trade by Jerry Jones. Why? Because you're not renting him. You get to keep him for a few years. And so we don't have to worry about this next year. He'll be locked in for us next year, and I believe the year after that as well. Great trade. He's under 20, I think what is he, 26 years old, 26 or 27 years old, plenty of gas left. We got him young. Look, it was a move that we don't usually do. Jerry pulled the trigger. And again, I'm going to tell y'all, because see, I got people in here who wondering about this year, because y'all optimistic Cowboy fans, and that's fine. We're going to play better defensively. We are going to play better defensively because of the moves that were made. Does that mean we're going to win? I think we're going to win some games, but I don't know if we're going to win every game, which is what it's going to just about have to take for us to make the playoffs. So if you're asking me, are we going to make the playoffs? I say no. Because I don't think we're going to win all these games. But I think that teams now is not going to be one of these days the way it's been. The narrative is if you want to get your offense right, just go play the Cowboys because the defense is horrible. Them days over with. Now, I will say that. There is a weakness, however, that still has not really been addressed, and that is the secondary. Okay. It has not been addressed. You're going to insert Ravel into the mix a little bit. That's it. Other than that, you still going to have Elam. You still going to have Bland. You still going to have Wanye Thomas. You're going Willie, don't do that. Willie, don't even do it. Kid Cowboy, if it comes to any positivity about the Dallas Cowboys fan, if it has any positivity to do with the Dallas Cowboys, trust me, Kid Cowboy is going to try to shoot it down. And he's a Cowboy fan, so don't even waste your time. I can answer that for you. Don't even waste your time. Just let him talk and just keep moving. He'll say Quentin Williams is just another guy. So you just let him go. Ain't nothing to talk about. He trying to find, look, he come out and say, he didn't choose to be here. I mean, that's what, he's happy. He's happy he's here. He got traded. So anything, he won't agree. He just going to try to shoot it down. Quentin Williams is a great football player. Yeah, Willie, exactly. Don't even waste your time. Look, hey, Willie, just listen to me for right now. Or if you ain't gonna listen to me, focus in on somebody else in the chat. Don't let Kid Cowboy just talk, all that type of stuff. Now, let me get back. No, you good. I'm just messing with you. You good. Let's get back to the secondary. The secondary has not improved. I don't want to hear nothing about Ravel because we don't know nothing about Ravel. We don't know nothing about Ravel. He's a rookie who has not played. We don't know if he's going to get torched as a rookie. We don't know if he, you know what I'm saying? We don't know if he'll play well. We don't know. We don't know if his knee is going to hold up. We don't know if he's lost something. Remember now, with everybody that's had ACLs, please, let's not forget, y'all got to have the standard. We've always said that you got to have a year, right? before they get back to their actual selves. Well, we're talking about less than a year with Revere. So, but if Revere gets torched out there, y'all, I'm telling y'all before you can get out there, I don't even want to hear it because I'm not going to judge them. I'm going to judge the Cowboys by saying, look, if he don't supposed to be out there, sit him down. If he not ready to go, if you know, like I don't like it, like, let's go for Overshown too. Look, Overshown is so fragile that if you telling me that Overshown is 85%, we don't need Overshown out there. He's too fragile. Revere's knee injury, torn ACL, is less than a year. I mean, that's almost like 9 months. We charged Michael Gallup for being less than what he was. We charged Trayvon Diggs. Diggs made it back less than a year. Everybody was saying, hey man, Diggs ain't right. You can tell he ain't right. Okay, let's make sure we give the same grace to Revere now. And Revere's gonna play. But is he right? And the Cowboys are really getting on my nerves with putting guys out there that just ain't all the way there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. I've seen guys, there are exceptions to every rule, but guys that have ACL injuries, it just take time. I'm just saying, it takes time. I mean, every time you see Revere, you got the brace on. I mean, I don't know if he practicing with it. I just see him with the brace on a lot. I'm just saying. I see Overshown with the brace on. And I'm like, man, look, especially in the case of Overshown, who stays hurt. He's been hurt ever since at Texas in college. He stayed hurt. I mean, he's been hurt every year. He almost entering that category of what could have been, that type of dude. And I'm saying, like, shoot, he ain't played this long. Man, look, if he ain't right, let him go on, finish out the year and bring him back next year. We know he'll be whatever, he'll be his best at the beginning of next year if you didn't play him now. That's just me. I think Overshown is a tremendous talent. I think he has a chance to really do something if he's healthy. But if he's not right, we don't need to, I mean, we putting a lot of stock in the guys that's coming off injuries. Revere, Overshown. I don't want to do that. That's just me. But I'm not in the room. Cowboys know way more than I know. You know what I'm saying? They work with him every day. They know the improvement. I said 85%. He might be 95. I don't know. I just know what the history is. I've had an ACL. I know how long it took me. And then when I look at how Michael Gallup was rushed back, now he's retired. I looked at Diggs this year. I could see it. I could see Diggs wasn't running right. Even though everybody said he's ready to play, Diggs and this, and we charged him for getting torched. And Diggs was not right. And here we are. Now his knee is messed up. I don't even think Diggs coming back. It's easy to run on the sideline and do controlled sprints and light cutting and all that type of stuff. It's another whole idea when you practice all week, play a game, you're running full speed, then you go in there, and this is what happened to me. And I'm talking about this back in the day. You seem like you fine, and then all of a sudden the next morning, you look at your knee, and your knee done swole up. I'm talking about like real inflammation. Like, where this come from? Because the intensity of the game makes your body do strange things. And you ain't ran that hard like you about to run in the game. You ain't ran that hard. I ain't even talking about the contact. You know what I'm saying? Your body is, when you hit somebody, when you hit somebody, your body positioning is different. You don't know what they'll do to your leg. I'm just saying, what the world just happened to my stuff right there? Y'all forgive my background there. Let me do a little on the fly training here. There you go. Y'all forgive me. Okay. Just saying. I hate that they're rushing back, but all signs point to say they're ready to go. So, hey, it's the Cowboys. It is what it is. But I am saying this. Listen to me. Listen to me. You ain't got to believe it. You'll see it for yourself. I promise you that we are better. We will be better just with the addition of the two trades. Logan Wilson, Quinn Williams, we will play better on defense. Now to go back to the original statement, the secondary. Well, when you got pass rush is what I'm banking on. I'm banking on it now. I'm banking on it. And watch this. I'm banking on it even if we run the same plays that Eberflus runs. I'm talking about if we run the same zone, drop 7, rush 4. With the addition of Quinn Williams on this team, I believe that the pass rush is going to be there. If they ever run 5 down, which I really think that ought to be the base, y'all. In other words, you'll have Clark, Clark, Quinn Williams, Osa, Fowler, Izaraku, all 5 on the line. Somebody gonna get in consistently. Clowney is off the bench or whatever. If you start Clowney, that's fine. If you whoever, Sam, whatever. If they run the 5 down linemen instead of the 4, you gonna see something, which will make your cornerbacks better because the ball is coming out quicker. Now you can get your hands on the ball. See, the way we've been playing, the quarterbacks are taking pictures, posing for football cards, blowing kisses to their families before they throw the ball. The uniform is clean. Ain't nobody hitting the ground. Every quarterback we play lighten us up. Lighten us up because there's no pass rush. This is me. You ain't got to believe it. I believe that that's getting ready to change. And Geno Smith will be the first victim. I didn't care who we were playing. They were going to be the first victim. So, yes, that means Jalen Hurts. Yes. Patrick Mahomes. Yes. Jared Goff. They're going to see. They ain't going to have time to just sit back there. I don't believe it. Now, if I'm wrong, I'll be the first to come up here and say, I was wrong. Our defense just can't generate no pass rush regardless. I'll say that. I think that just the 2 moves by itself changes everything. I do. I believe that. I'm sorry over there on Instagram. I got my frat brothers on and somebody saying Cowboys sucks. I understand. Over there on Instagram. And right now, you're not going to get too much of an argument from me. I don't think we're playing well at all. I don't think we're playing well. Yeah, Cowboys says if we lose to the Raiders, there's no need for Williams to be playing. Why? Quinn Williams? Are you crazy? What's wrong with him? He ain't hurt. Why Quinn Williams is not going to play? What kind of sense did that make you, Cowboys? He's not hurt. So why shouldn't he play? What kind of sense did that make? All right. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing about the part about what I just said that has to be said, but I'm also saying you can't charge this defense because of the new additions and the 2 extra starters. I ain't gonna say 2 starters, but I think at least 3. guys be, new starters. And there's Overshawn, Logan Wilson, Quentin Williams. You can't charge them for what the other previous defenses did during the year. Can't charge them. They ain't played. I think all of them make an upgrade. Now, here's the part, though, that, until I see it, everybody that has had struggles in their offense, the record is that when you play the Cowboys, you're going to look great. So every quarterback that we played this year, with the exception of Jalen Hurts, the first game against Philadelphia, and Justin Fields, the Jets quarterback, everybody else looked like all pros against us. Russell Wilson sat on the bench after he played us, threw for 450 yards. Caleb Williams looked great against us, looked like an all-pro. Bo Nix looked like the second coming of Joe Montana against us. I mean, the list go on and on. Bryce Young looked like the next coming of Warren Moon. Everybody had career days against us. Everybody. I'm just hoping. Look, let me tell y'all what I'm hoping for, y'all. Let me tell you what I'm hoping for. Since we got the new additions, I'm going to keep it very basic and simple. Watch this. All I want our defense to do is, can we make their punter punt the ball at least 2 to 3 times a game? Can we do that? I ain't seen too many of the other teams punter because they driving on us and scoring, and I haven't seen it. Can we get a few 3 and outs? Can we make them punt the ball from their side of the football field? Can I see that finally? That's all I want. Can we make the offense give up the ball without any points, field goals being scored? I'm just saying, can my defense finally do that? If we do that, then let me go to the offensive side of football. That's all I want, Brandon. Brandon, you laughing, but if you've been watching the Cowboy game, you know it's the truth. I can't even laugh. I know it sounds a little funny, but it's just the truth. I haven't seen the punters, which eliminates Cavante Turpin getting a punt return. I've seen him get kickoff return, but the punt return game is null and void, because if they do punt the football, watch this, they're punting from the 50-yard line. That's a touchback. I don't remember Cavante Turpin getting too many opportunities in the punt return game, because we ain't making a punt. The defense ain't stopping nothing. I'm starting with Sesame Street ABC 1, 2, 3 stuff. Can I make your punter punt the football? Can we finally do that? At least let the punter. Am I asking too much? I mean, seriously. Can I have the punter from the opposing team punt the ball minimum 3 to 4 times a game? Because they ain't punting it all right now. Can I do that? And if we do that, offense, what has been happening in the last few weeks? Here's what's been happening. Let me see. The Denver Broncos. Am I right? Was it Denver? The Denver Broncos gave the blueprint. They just blitzed like crazy. They blitzed us. And the offensive line could not hold up. Dak Prescott has gotten hit more in the last 2 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks. No, 2 weeks. Than he has all season. Oh, he getting hit. He getting hit. I ain't even talking about the sacks. I'm just talking about getting hit. That's because every time you look around, Terrence Steele letting his man go. Guyton has let his man go. Even Tyler Booker has fallen short. And they're blitzing everywhere. They're blitzing up the middle. They're blitzing on the edge. They're doing all of that, and Dak is getting hit. And what I thought is that I invited teams to blitz us, because if you blitzing, you're going one-on-one. I said, Dak Prescott and this receiving corps is going to make you pay for doing that. They haven't done it. He ain't had enough time. Maybe some of those are long routes that are down the field. I thought that maybe we'll be calling a lot of hot routes and we'll catch and break tackles. That's what CD and George Pickens does. And Dak would kill him that way. Instead, he trying to drop back on a 5-7 step drop. And I'm like, you can't do that. They blitzing. They're getting in. I don't understand why we're not running 1, 2, 3, throw it to the hot person and roll. I don't get it. And that's what the tape is showing. All these sacks and all this stuff is long drops. That's play calling on both parts, Schottenheimer and Dak, because Dak has control at the line. If he see the blitz like that, don't get out of there and call a hot route. I mean, that's just common sense. So the blueprint is being given. The Broncos did it to us, and Arizona came right back and did the same stuff. And they they whipped our offensive line. Whipped them. They did. I'm just telling y'all what the film showed. That's ain't by my opinion. I'm just saying the offensive line got whipped. Our quarterback is getting hit a lot. These last 2 weeks, 2 games, he's been getting hit a lot. He's done got sacked a lot. And we all know that's not good for Dak Prescott. So I hope that this week coming up, that we'll have something like that. We're going to hit quick, because until the Cowboys stop it, they're going to get blitzed. So even the Raiders now, like I said, we make every quarterback look good. I hope that we don't make Geno Smith look like Randall Cunningham all of a sudden. I mean, everybody else done had a great games against us, and the Raiders are not great. They have weapons, and they got their biggest weapon back last week. For those that play fantasy football, all I'm gonna say is Brock Bowers. That's all I got to say. Right then and there, you already know what I'm talking about. We talking about an all-pro tight end, who is unguardable. That's what Brock Bowers is. We right now, until we see it, we can't stop the run, right? Okay, here come Ashton Jenkins. I mean, we make every other running back look good. Now, my bet is that all that finna get shut down. I got a feeling we finna stop the run now, better at least. I ain't saying we finna be the number 1 defense against the run for the next 8 weeks. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that we are going to be significantly better against the run because of what happened in our trades. Logan Wilson, Quentin Williams. We are going to be better against the run. There's no question in my mind. Y'all see y'all Cowboy haters in here. I ain't saying we're going to be the best run defense in the league. Nope. I'm just saying we're going to be significantly better against the run because of what we just acquired. You can't help but be better. You add a Quentin Williams, you get better. You add a Logan Wilson, you get better. You insert a somewhat of a healthy DeMar and Overshown, you get better. It's just that simple. It really is. Now, what does that equal up to? I don't know. But I know we're going to be better. But we better be better because, Geno is one of those guys. It just depends on what day it is. If it's a great day, Geno can light your tail up. He's got too much on his resume that proves that. Geno will put 300 yards on you if he hot. Then Gino also, if he cold, can throw you out of a game too. So it just depends on what side of the bed Gino. Hopefully we don't make him look great. So I don't count no game. A lot of people picked us to beat Arizona. See how that turned out. And that was with Jacoby Brissett. Made him look great. See what I'm saying? So I'm not predicting. I'm just saying I think that we'll be better defensively. The offense is going to do what the offense do. The offense is going to do fine. Whether that hitting the floor or whatever, the offense is going to do fine. I ain't worried about them. I just need the defense to make the punter punt the ball minimum 3 to 4 times this game here. That's all I want. If I can make the punter punt the ball and you put this ball back in the hands of this offense that we got, I think that's going to be enough. Mel Hayes said my secondary is terrible. I agree. Part of that is because of pass or lack of pass rush. I believe that's going to be a change in that. Yeah, Cowboy, I just told you why we ain't showed up. Offensive line is getting their butts kicked. Bottom line. That's what the film will show. It is what it is. The offense has not showed up. Not in the fashion that they have been showing up this whole year. They have not shown up. They just got whipped Sunday they got whipped Monday night against Arizona. They got whipped. They played better against Denver, but they still lost. But we scored enough to win against Denver. Arizona, that was just a butt whooping. Oh, Clip, the only problem with what you're saying is this. When you look at the film, if you go back to the Arizona game, you'll see that Dak's progression was a 5 to 7 step drop. I mean, that's too much. Why we got a 5-step drop or a 7-step drop when the blitz is coming in, and especially if you see it? You ain't got time to drop back 7 steps and then plant your foot and try to get it out. Our line not holding up. I'm saying we should be minimal 3-step drop, especially if you see it. That's what I was worried about. They trying to throw the ball down the field. You know what I'm saying? Let Pickens run on a post route CD. That's not smart against a blitz now. That's what I saw. Get to a 3-step drop, hit a slant, let the boys break tackles. The Pickens gonna break a tackle. CD gonna break a tackle. Oh, ain't no doubt about that. I'm just saying. Oh, okay, you say not Dak, opposing quarterback we face. Well, I'm not blaming. Kid Cowboy will blame Dak. I'm not blaming Dak. I blame play call on that, especially when teams are blitzing us. So that's all Arizona did. You see what I'm saying? And if you see that as a play caller, you got to make that adjustment and don't wait till the last minute. I know we were down and you trying to hit a home run. You know what I'm saying? I get it, but you can't let your quarterback keep getting hit like that. You just can't. And I just think that we need to make sure that I haven't seen many hot routes. I've seen down the field routes. I haven't seen a lot of hot routes though. And I don't categorize Jake Ferguson, even though, Ferguson will carve you up. He just ain't gonna go nowhere. He'll catch a lot of balls, but he ain't gonna break no tackles. And maybe Ferguson is your security blanket / hot route. But as soon as he catch it, he gonna go down. And maybe you want to 5, as the old saying, dink and doink your way to a first down. That's fine. But I want to see CD and Turpin and Pickens catch a short pass and break tackles. That's what they gonna do. That's how you burn a defense. Like keep throwing, keep blitzing, and let your cornerback go 1-on-1 against one of my wide receivers, and I'm gonna take my chances. But as long as Dak doing 5 and 7 step drops, and your offensive line ain't holding up, we gonna get up. Dak gonna hit the ground a lot. That's what's been happening. That's what my eyes see from looking at it. So that's just understandable. And I'm saying Arizona followed the blueprint that Denver did. It was almost same. They were blitzing 5 on every play. Sometimes they would send 6. Well, if you blitzing 5, that's 1-on-1. And you know if you blitzing 6, that's definitely 1-on-1. You got to make them pay. You got to make them pay for that. So it ain't got to be no bomb down the field. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if it's 1-on-1, our receivers are good enough to run just a simple hitch route. A simple hitch route. In other words, run up maybe about 5-6 yards, come back toward the ball. You're going to break that tackle. You're going to break it. Or slant. 1-on-1 with CD with a slant, or Pickens with a slant, or Turpin. Oh my God. That's a 3-step drop. Bam. It's simple to me. I didn't like the 5-step drops and 7-step drops. I didn't like it. I thought it was especially if your line is not blocking. Now if they block and you got the time to throw it, yeah, you can get them then. But we weren't having the time. That's just something simple that I think they need to work on, because I guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, just in case y'all done forgot, Mr. Max Crosby, a lot of who y'all wanted, is still in a Raider uniform. And he is dangerous. And he's probably licking his chops, knowing that Terrence Steele and Tyler Guyton is on the way. Max Crosby is going to be very happy to see them. Now, I'm just telling you the truth. A pure dog. Ain't no sense of us acting like Max Crosby ain't the truth. Max Crosby is a game record in his own right. Hello. That's who we got to deal with. And if you letting this happen now, then you better have a plan. Oh, you ain't got time for no 7-step dropping Matt Crosby back there. I'm just telling you. I hope that's not the case. I know we're going to double them. We're going to chip them and all that. You better chip them. I'm just saying. We got a dog that we got to see next Monday night. Max Crosby is a dog. Max Crosby is a bona fide dog. You will hear nothing negative but from me talking about Max Crosby. He's a dog. Capital D, capital A, capital W, capital G. A dog, not a D-O-G. A dog. That's what Max Crosby is. And if you don't treat him with the respect that he deserves, he is going to destroy you. Seen enough of Max Crosby. It's legitimate. He will destroy you. And so this game plan that we've had the last few weeks, that ain't gonna work. I don't care nothing about Tyler Guyton he can go one. No, he can't. He can't go 1-on-1. Terrence Steele, no, he can't. He can't go 1-on-1. No, he can't. No, he can't. We ain't got time for experimenting. We ain't got time for experimenting to see if he can block. Well, we ain't got time for that. This is Max Crosby. This is Max Crosby. Look, experiment if you want. You're going to get your quarterback in Vegas. You're going to go to Las Vegas Memorial Hospital if you keep playing around with Max Crosby. Max Crosby would take you out. I'm quite sure Schottenheimer is very smart enough to know all this. So I ain't going to even get excited about it. I'm just going to say it, Some things that is obvious what we shouldn't do. We shouldn't even be playing around with it. Max Crosby is one of these guys you don't want to play with. I'm just telling you. We'll get to all that as we get to next week. But if you want to take whatever I said, since we're talking about this week in Cowboy land, which has been one of the most unforgettable weeks that we will ever have in Cowboy land, with the trades and then the death of Marshawn Nealon. This was a very rare week, and football wise, you're gonna have to get this team. You got to see how this team perform. I thought I saw Shane say something earlier about the mental state of the Cowboys. Well, we don't know it. We don't know it yet. You know, everybody gonna say the right thing. Everybody gonna say next week we'll be playing for our brother, and they probably gonna have a sticker on their uniform and all that type of stuff. And some will be inspired. Some, you know, who knows? We don't know. We don't know. As far as the game goes, we don't know. We don't know how they gonna respond. We don't know the mental state yet. We don't know. We don't know when they come in together. See, there's a lot of hurdles that have to happen. You know, what's gonna happen when they all get together at that first team meeting? I bet you it's gonna be mighty quiet in there. See, there's a lot of stuff they got to get through together. I'm quite sure there's gonna be some tears in there. You know, the Cowboys, Jerry said they spent resources on bringing people in. You know, I'm quite sure those people are counselors and stuff like that to talk to and all that. You know, that first team meeting gonna be it's gonna be something. Then they got to go practice. I mean, are they emotionally drained from the team meeting? You know, how is it going to be a good practice? Is it going to be a bad practice? There's a lot of hurdles that they got to cross over. Then they got to go to the locker room, and whoever the two guys that were beside Marshawn Nealon's locker room. If you've been in Dallas and you've seen the locker room, I've been in there. Everybody has a neighbor except those guys that are on the corners. Marshawn Nealon's locker was in the kind of like in the middle. Can you imagine them looking inside next door and Nealon not there? Some of y'all saw the post where I think Wanye Thomas already has flowers and stuff right there in his locker. Can you just imagine? I mean, the mental that these dudes gonna have to go through before they even, you know, practice. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, before we get to Las Vegas against the Raiders, we got a lot of hurdles to cross before we really are able to start talking about this game. Schottenheimer is going to have to give probably one of the greatest speeches of his life. That first team meeting, you know, he you know, God bless him, because you know that's a tough position to be in as a head coach, to address the team for that area, and then try to move them on to Las Vegas. I mean, to the Raiders. I mean, he got to do all that, and because the schedule ain't changing. The NFL will sympathize. I believe every game tomorrow, every game will open up with a Marshawn Nealon tribute, moment of silence or whatever. And then right after that, the national anthem is going to be played, and guess what? They got to play on that Monday night against the Raiders. Even though it'll be a week past, I'm quite sure that the Dallas Cowboys will have that moment of silence right before game. And now you gotta go through that hurdle right before kickoff. Like, wow. So you don't know how a team gonna respond. You just don't know. We don't know. One thing I do know, the NFL, as much as they're gonna sympathize with Marshawn Nealon, they're not changing the schedule. So next Monday night, the Dallas Cowboys will be playing the Las Vegas Raiders. Whether they ready or not, it ain't changing. And Schottenheimer is gonna have to. He's gonna have to earn whatever he's getting paid. He's gonna earn it this week. He's gonna earn his money this week. Schottenheimer's gonna earn his money. God, look, if we want to pray for somebody, we need to pray for Coach Schottenheimer because he has a lot to deal with this week, and it's gonna tell if for those that didn't like Schottenheimer, or for those that don't, it just seems like he's proving, he gets these opportunities to prove that he's a real head coach. So far, like I said, I like what he's doing. I think he's built for it. I think he's built for this. And he gives probably one of the craziest scenarios that a head coach will ever have. For this coming up week in preparation for the Raiders. So I'm cheering with Schottenheimer. I know it's gonna be crazy to be answering these questions over and over again, and then have to sit and figure out a way to I ain't gonna say to motivate his team because it's football. You're gonna be motivated anyway. I don't know what the proper word is here. I don't know. I don't want to say motivate. They're gonna be motivated anyway to play. It's football. I think a good word probably be something like how to stabilize his team. Is that a good one? Maybe that's a good one. How to keep his team stabilized. I think that's a good word right there. How to keep his team stabilized and ready to roll. Because the schedule's not changing. Soon we finish with the Raiders. The Eagles are coming up the very next week. They don't look. The schedule ain't changing. So I think we're gonna be all right, y'all. And I'm truly on a game-to-game basis. I just think, and remember, for all of you that are worried about this year, making the playoffs, all that type of stuff, the trades were not about this year. It's part of it. The trades are for the future, next year and the year after. That's what the trade was for. Yes, this year counts because they're going to play. But that is not really just about this year. I think you're going to see some benefits of the trade of this year, but you're really going to see it next year. And I think we're going to play better. Now, the Cowboys don't need a lot offensively. They're going to score anyway. But if you get them some extra possessions, shoot, we talking about scoring 35 a game. You let this defense show up, watch what happens. I'm just telling you. It ain't going to be no surprise to me. If the defense shows up, I told y'all, you can't judge. You cannot judge them off of the previous weeks because you're going to insert 3 to 4 new guys in the defense that haven't played. And they're some of our better players. And you would expect then that they're going to play a whole lot better. So, I expect them to play better. I expect us to win some games. Yes, I'm on record. Yes, I expect us to beat the Raiders because we're supposed to. I thought we were supposed to beat the Cardinals, but we were trash. We played like trash. But I expect us to beat them. Once we play Philly next week, I'm gonna tell you, depending on what I see against the Raiders, I'm gonna tell y'all right off the top of my head. I can almost tell you right now. I can almost tell you right now what I feel about the Philly game right now. I got to see it first though. Let me see it, and then I'll be really solid in my analysis for Philadelphia. But right now, I can tell you right now, we're gonna beat the Eagles. We're gonna beat the Eagles. I'm already leaning toward it already without seeing it. But if it's what I think it's gonna be, I will be solid in saying we're gonna beat the Eagles. But I don't want to jump too far ahead. Right now, I got us taking care of the Raiders as we supposed to. I think they're gonna be motivated to play. I think they're gonna play hard. And I just think just because of better personnel is in the game, we're gonna see a difference. I just believe. Yeah. Raiders up first. We're gonna take care of the Raiders in Vegas. We'll see what happened after that. Y'all hear more about this as we get ready for the Raiders next week. But I just wanted to, I haven't had a chance really to come and talk to you guys by myself at least about this week. I didn't take off for the bye, and I really wasn't coming on today, but I just said I know people are kind of, some folks kind of wondering where I'm at. But here I am talking about it. All right. I appreciate you guys, man. I do. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you on Instagram who joined in on Instagram. Appreciate all you guys that's there. Thank you for those that are watching on Twitter, even though y'all ain't said nothing to me. Y'all ain't said nothing to me on Twitter. Y'all just be Twitter. I be doing some decent numbers on Twitter. Nobody don't want to talk. It made me seem like I don't have my features on Twitter. And I'm finna look and see is it there, because y'all don't be talking to me. Let me see if it's there. Y'all on there now. I see y'all. Let me see. Somebody say something to me. I'm finna type in something right now. I'm on Twitter with y'all right now. And I see how many people are there. Let me see if it show up on my thing there. Yep, there it is. Well, y'all right there. Say, look, I just said it. Y'all see it in the chat. See that right there? That's on Twitter X. That means somebody watching me ain't saying a word. Y'all all on there. What's up, Twitter? What's up, Twitter? What's going on? I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all saying what's up. If you're on Twitter, do me the favor and just say something so I know that it's working. Just say something. Just say something. Just say hi like I just did. And y'all some disobedient people over there. Well, I don't know what it is. I love it. Let me get this part back right. Okay. I'll get that off now. All right. All right. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of your night. Know y'all still watching college football. Look like we got a great defensive game going on with LSU and Alabama. It's 3-3 in the second quarter. All right. So we're seeing that. All right. Y'all enjoy the rest of the night. Y'all watching football games tomorrow, I'm quite sure. I'll be peeping in on on games as well. I'll be watching the Raiders, whoever they playing, so I can do a little scouting and see what's going on with them. They played a great game. I'm sorry. I won't be scouting because they played Thursday. They played a pretty good game against Denver. That's a division opponent. They just couldn't make the plays when they needed. But they were in the game. I think the final score was 10-7. Defensive game. So the Raiders played pretty good ball. They did. They just couldn't make the play when needed. And so if anything, I'll look back at the film on the Raiders and Denver game. I'll do that. Matter of fact, I might look at some of that now. Once I get off with y'all, I might do that now. All right, I'm done. Listen, if you're on YouTube and you have not subscribed to my show, hopefully I've done enough to make you interested and want to hear me again. And if you hit that subscribe button and push on those that bell there, the notification bell, you'll know when I come on live because you get the notification on your phone or your computer or whatever. You can do that. If you're on Facebook, if you're not following the Big Time Show, you should. All you have to do is just hit the like button on that and follow it and hit those notifications as well. If you're on Instagram, I'm just not really coming back to Instagram. I haven't really just locked in on that. But I said I was going to go ahead and bring Instagram back. So you're with me right now on Instagram. I appreciate you guys that all popped in on Instagram. If you're on Kick, this is a brand new station, so I'm really not expecting big numbers from Kick, but I appreciate you guys hanging with me at Kick as well. Listen, we out of here. Appreciate you all. Y'all have a great rest of your night and go to church tomorrow somewhere. We need God. Whether you're doing it live and in color or virtually, whatever you want to do, just go to church somewhere. We need God in this country. Oh my God, we need God right now. You hear me? It's the truth. All right, I'm out. Appreciate y'all. This has been the one and the only. I might well put some smoke with it. The Big Time. Well, I ain't got the smoke. So too bad. The Big Time Show. Yeah.